Hi, and welcome to day 4 Number Corner. Today is September 11th, 2020. If we wanted to write this out shorthanded, we'd write 9, 11, 20. Now we're going to mainly focus on one thing today, but we have to update all of other things. So let's quickly update everything. So here's our calendar here, and I've updated the dates here on the left-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that first. And we're going to go ahead and flip over today's date, which is the 11th. If we're looking here now, we have pennies. So how many pennies do we have on the left side? And how many pennies do we have on the right side? We should have gotten 6 on the left and 1 on the right. So if I was to update this here, I could go 6 plus 1 equals 7. Okay, and then here, how many more do we have to 20? Well, if we're on number 11, we could count up 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 9 left here to get to 20. Okay, so that's it for this today. We're going to quickly do our hour that we've been working on in this chart. So I'm going to go ahead and go to our hour here. It's 3 o'clock is where we ended up on Thursday. If I wanted to add a whole nother hour, remember our hour is the little hand, the minute hand is this long hand. So if I wanted to change one more whole hour, I would be at 4 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my odd and even chart, and we're going to open that. And I'm going to record, not my odd and even, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and click on my September number corner sheet. And I'm going to add 4 o'clock on here. And we are still at 4 a.m. Now we have to add 60 more minutes. We were at 180 on Thursday. So we have to add 60 more. So 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240. So we're at 240. Okay, so that is it for this part of Number Corner today. And we're going to quickly update this odd and evens as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the odd and even chart. So here's our odd and even chart. The last time when we had September 10th, we had 5 plus 5. Now we need to go ahead and add one more blue. So we have 5 plus 6, right? So let's go ahead and on here, we're going to write the 11th. We're going to write 5 plus 6 equals 11. And if we want to do a subtraction problem, we'd have to use these same numbers. We could go ahead and look at our chips. I have way too much open, so it's really hard for me here. Okay, so we could look at all of our chips and we could count them again and see we have 11. And we could go 11 minus, let's do the red ones today. 11 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 11 minus 5, which would equal 6. Now, when we're looking at this chart, and I don't need that one anymore. When we're looking at this chart, do we have the same number here? We don't, do we? So that means that this has to be an odd number. So 11 today is odd. They don't get the same numbers. There's not the same red and blue. They have different. So therefore it has to be odd. Okay, so that is done for our odd and even chart for today. So let's go ahead and go back and let's start something new. Okay, we're going to be working in our Number Corner book. So if you picked up your materials already this morning, then go ahead and grab your Number Corner book. Your Number Corner book should be the blue book that you have, and it should look like this. Okay, it shouldn't have a smiley face or a star on it. I know they kind of all three look very similar. That's why I tried to show you by having a star book and a smiley book. Okay, so we are going to be mainly focusing on page 8 and 9. So page 8 should look like this on your screen. So when you're looking at this, these are all addition tables. There are a bunch of facts over here. We're going to be focusing on this in the next couple months. It's not going to be something that we all do right now. We're going to be working on memorizing these and learning easy strategies to learn each one of these. Okay, so today it's just to look at this table, and we're going to really be focusing today on scouting out zeros and ones. Okay, that's all we're going to work on. So today you're going to be working on this page in your book, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to teach you a little bit about the rules for adding 0 and 1. So here we have here It's a chart. It says number lines. There's a number line here from 0 to 20. Now, if I'm looking here, if I wanted to add 8 plus 0, and I wanted to come up with a problem for that, I could say the frog took 8 jumps and landed on a nice warm rock where she fell asleep. She didn't take any more jumps that day. How many jumps did she take in all? So I would start at 8. I would start at 0 because we want to go to 8 that she jumped. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And she fell asleep. So she's done for the day. So 8 plus 0 would be 8. I could do the same thing for 0 plus 5. I could have a story problem is there was a cricket in the house. He hopped over to the stairs and said, I wonder what's at the top. I think I'll find out. He hopped up the first 5 stairs. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hurt his leg. He couldn't go any further, so he stopped. What number did he land on? Well, he still landed on 5. So the big rule here is that any number plus 0 is that number. So you could add 7 plus 0 and it's 7. You could add 0 plus 7 and it's still 7. You could add 100 plus 0 and it's still going to be 100, right? You could add 1,000 plus 0 and it's still going to be 1,000. So no matter what number you take and you add a 0 to it, it's always going to be that same number. Okay, so that's that first rule. Now we're going to work on this bottom one here. And we're going to do 9 plus 1 equals something. Okay, so we're counting on ones. Okay, so if, say, I had 9 friends and 1 more joined in, how many friends would I have? So I would start first going up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then my one friend, she joined along. So now I would have 10. Okay? So the rule here for adding 1 is that any number plus 1 is the next number that you would count. So for instance, if I added the number 11 plus 1, the next number I would count is 11, 12, right? So if I had 14 and I added just 1, my next number that I'd count is 15. If I added 20 and then I added 1 more, the next number would be 21. Okay? Now we're going to work with subtraction now that we're done with addition. Okay, so now a problem I could have here is 5 minus 0 equals something. Okay? So for instance, Sarah took the $5 she got for her birthday to the store. She didn't find anything that she wanted to buy, so she left with her $5. So 5 minus 0 would still be 5. So again, she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She had her $5. And then she went to the store. She didn't buy anything, so she still has her $5 left. So for here, when we are subtracting a 0, so if I had 8 minus 0, for instance, if I have any number minus 0 is still that number. So if I wanted to take 7 and subtract 0 from it, it's still 7. If I wanted to take 62 and subtract nothing from it, it's still 62. Okay, so that's our rule here. And our last one is we are still going to be working with subtraction, and we're counting back by ones now. So say I had 13 students in my class, but one of them wasn't feeling very good, so she had to go home. How many am I left with? So here I could go up 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And now 1 left, so I could cross it off or just go backwards 1. And now I have 12 people left in my classroom. Okay, so our rule here is any number minus 1 is just 1 number less. So again, if I had 17 children in my classroom and just 1 left, you just go back 1 number, so it would be 16. If I had 22 people in my classroom and 1 left, I would just have 21 children in my classroom. So today your job for Number Corner is you're going to be working with the page that I showed you, this one right here. And it says you're going to circle all the add 0 facts in blue. So you're going to try to find any of them that add 0 to it in blue. And then you're going to go back with a pencil and try to solve them. Then step 2 is circle all the count on facts in red. Remember, count on is adding 1. They're counting on one number. And then take a pencil and go back and do them. Then for these facts down here, you're going to circle all the 0 facts in blue. Again, anytime they subtract with 0, this one would be blue here. And then you're going to take a pencil and do them. And then you're going to circle all the count back facts in red. So remember, count back facts is like when you're subtracting 1 here, so this one would be red. And you're going to take a pencil and solve it. And then finally at the end, you're going to just take a picture of it and you're going to put it in Google Slide for me so that I can see your work, please. All right, well, that is it for Number Corner today. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I can't believe it's already Friday. All right, have a good day. Bye.